I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir. I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir.
Where did you put your knife before?
I'll give you two.
Huh?
Sir.
Wait till you get out here next week. See how much you like it there. Every day.
Oh, I don't want to.
Hey, you need veggie. Come on. Get up here, Cowan. We're just good for you.
There you go, Perkins. Good stuff in there.
Let's sit
up.
Hey.
So you seeing your folks this weekend, Cowan?
Yeah, they're coming down Saturday.
Geez, that'll be all right, eh?
Yeah.
So what's with the live round? I saw you take off the range today.
Oh, it was just something to take home.
Yeah, they'll come down heavy on you if you're caught.
Who's gonna get caught?
Huh.
Hey guys, I got the oil from the ordinary thing about it.
Good.
So here's oil that you want to pass it.
Listen up, you guys. I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. I don't want no fooling around.
Yeah, Master.
That's an egg.
I'll get it.
What are you doing with the live round, Cowan?
The safety's on.
You sure?
What the hell's going on? I want you all to keep quiet about this. If anybody should ask you, a rock went through the window. You all got that?
Yes, Master Corporal.
At a summary trial, a commanding officer may either try an accused himself or, subject to certain limitations, authorize any officer not below the rank of captain who is serving under his command to exercise powers of trial and punishment.
What were they doing throwing stones?
Well, they were supposed to be cleaning weapons, sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll ask the company sergeant major to do a further investigation, sir.
Good. Keep me in the picture.
I will, sir.
Regulations provide that before charges are proceeded with, the case has to be thoroughly investigated. Based upon the seriousness of the allegations and the results of the investigation, a decision is made as to how charges are disposed of. When the investigation revealed that a summary trial should be conducted, a delegated officer, Captain Troop on the left, was appointed. The officer appointed to assist the accused was Captain Woodman.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir, Major. No stones were involved at all, sir. Private Cowan took a live round from the range. He was showing off during weapons cleaning and loaded a live round into his rifle, sir.
He what?
Private Davis got scared and tried to stop him. The rifle went off and the window shattered.
If during a trial, a delegated officer concludes that he lacks jurisdiction, either because his powers of punishment would, if the accused were found guilty, prove inadequate, or for any other reason, he refers the case to the commanding officer who has greater powers of punishment. If the delegated officer considers that his powers of punishment are adequate, he proceeds with the summary trial.
I have authority to try both cases, but as for Cowan's case, I'd like to investigate it further.
Now, what about Master Corporal Griffin, sir?
You say he claimed a rock broke the window?
Yes, sir.
And so the Master Corporal tried to cover up?
Yes, sir. He admitted to going for a nap during weapons cleaning, and that's against range standing orders.
Master Corporal Griffin's case is too serious for me to handle. I'll remand him to the commanding officer, but I'll try Private Davis's case.
accused and witness attend. Stop! Quick, march! Right wheel! Left wheel! Mark time! Halt! Right, turn! Escort accused and witness, sir. Thank you, Sergeant Major.
Before a summary trial, the accused must receive a copy of the charge report. An accused also signs a certificate indicating the choice for the trial to be conducted in English or in French.
Private Davis, I will now read the charge against you. 233-640-021, Private Davis, Karen Ellen. Canadian Forces Recruit School, Cornwallis, regular force. Charge number 1, under Section 119 of the National Defense Act, an act to the prejudice of good order and discipline, in that she, at approximately 0930 hours on 8 June 1985, at the Granville Training Area, CFB Cornwallis, without authority, did fire a live round from a 7.62 millimeter FN C1 rifle. And the witnesses, Private Cowan, B.L.
Escort accused and witness. Stand at ease!
Private Davis, do you require more time to prepare your case?
No, sir.
Do you wish to admit any of the particulars of the charge? Before you answer, I must advise you that you are not required to make any admissions, and that if you do make an admission, it may be accepted as proof of any particular you admitted without further evidence being required.
No, sir. I don't wish to make an admission.
Note that the accused is not asked to plead guilty or not guilty. The decision in a case is based solely on the evidence.
Remove headdress.
The trial officer either directs that the evidence be taken on oath or informs the accused that he has the right to have the evidence taken on oath. Normally, only witnesses with first-hand knowledge are called. A summary trial is a formal proceeding, but it should not be so formal as to inhibit the accused from making a full answer to the charges.
I will now hear the evidence from the witness. Private Cowan, state your number, rank, and name.
467-864-369, Private Cowan, sir.
Private Cowan, on the 8th of June, a rifle was fired at the Granville Range during weapons cleaning. Tell me what you know about this.
Sir, we were cleaning our rifles.
After firing at the 200-meter targets.
Yes, sir, and I loaded a live round.
How did you come to have a live round?
I took it from the range, sir.
And what happened after you loaded the live round?
Private Davis grabbed my rifle, sir, and it went off.
Who actually fired the shot?
The shot wouldn't have went off if Private Davis didn't grab the rifle, sir. I didn't fire the shot.
What happened then?
The bullet hit a window in the range house, sir.
Private Davis, do you wish to question this witness?
No, sir.
The accused has a right to question any or all witnesses in a summary trial. The accused may also call witnesses on his or her behalf. In addition, after the witnesses have been heard, the accused may give evidence if so desired.
I just didn't know what to think when he loaded the live round, sir. What are you doing with the live round, Cowan?
The safety's on.
You sure? I suppose I was afraid something would happen.
You knew it was a live round?
Yes, sir. I saw Private Cowan take it from the range.
In view of the evidence, Private Davis, I'm satisfied that you grabbed for the rifle in order to stop a dangerous situation from going any further. And it has not been made clear just who fired the shot in the scuffle. Under the circumstances, Private Davis, I find you not guilty of this charge. March him out, Sergeant Major. Right, turn! Right wheel, quick, march! Left wheel. Sergeant Major, based on the evidence that I have heard from Private Cowan, his part in this affair is serious. My powers of punishment might not be adequate to deal with his case, and I'm therefore remanding him to the commanding officer.
An assisting officer will be present at a summary trial, and an accused has a right to be represented by him. An accused does not have the right to be represented by legal counsel at a summary trial. However, if an accused requests such representation, the officer conducting the summary trial has the discretion to permit representation by legal counsel, proceed without representation by legal counsel, or apply for disposal of the charges against the accused by a court-martial. In the exercise of his discretion, the commanding officer should consider the nature and complexity of the offense, the interests of justice and the interests of the accused, as well as the exigencies of the service. When a commanding officer has had a charge referred to him by a delegated officer, he may dismiss the charge if in his opinion the charge should not be proceeded with, refer the matter back to the delegated officer or to another delegated officer for trial, try the accused himself if he is empowered to do so, and in his opinion it would be appropriate for him to do so, or refer the case to higher authority for disposal.
The accused, 467-864-369, Private Cowan, Bernard Lawrence, Canadian Forces, CFRS Cornwallis, Regular Force. Charge number 1, under Section 119 of the National Defense Act, an act for the prejudice of good order and discipline, in that he, at approximately 0920 hours on the 8th of June 1985, at the Granville Training Area, Canadian Forces Base Cornwallis, without authority, removed a live round of 7.62 millimeter ball from the range, contrary to Range Standing Order, Section 2, Para 5A. Witnesses, 233-640-021, Private Davis, K.E. 120-644-224, Private Daigle, R.J. 112-116-132, Master Corporal Griffin, L.M. Sir.
Thank you. Private Cowan, is this the correct identification for you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charges that was read?
Yes, sir.
You've been assigned Captain Woodman as your assisting officer. Is that satisfactory to you?
Yes, sir.
And have you had a chance to discuss the case with him?
Yes, sir.
Escort accused witnesses. Stand at base.
I wish the evidence taken under oath. Adjutant, would you swear the witnesses in? Remove headdress.
Place your right hands on the Bible and repeat after me.
Master Corporal Griffin, were you present at the Granville Range on June the 8th when your platoon was firing?
Yes, sir.
Did you take the normal declaration after firing?
Yes, sir. We lined the platoon up in the open order and then received an individual declaration from each recruit.
Do you know Private Cowan?
Yes, sir. He's a member of my platoon.
Do you particularly remember Private Cowan making the statement?
Yes, he did, sir.
I have no live rounds or empty casings in my possession, sir.
Cowan, do you have any questions to put to Master Corporal Griffin?
No, sir.
We're outside the range house cleaning weapons.
Were all members of the platoon present during weapons cleaning?
Yes, sir.
You're sure that everyone was present who should have been there?
Except for Master Corporal Griffin, sir. He went inside the range house.
Was he present during the incident?
No, sir. But he came running out right after.
Will you describe the incident, please?
Yes, sir. I was with the female platoon, and I noticed Cowan loading the live round.
What are you doing with the live round, Cowan?
The safety's on.
You sure?
What the hell's going on?
What happened then?
Once Master Corporal Griffin got it straight what happened, he told us to keep it quiet.
To keep quiet?
Yes, sir. He said he'd fix it, sir.
I want you all to keep quiet about this. If anybody should ask you, a rock went through the window. You all got that?
Yes, Master Corporal.
Private Cowan, do you have any questions to ask Private Davis?
Yes, sir. If you hadn't grabbed the rifle, it would have never went off, right?
You were being a real jerk, and I got scared.
Any further questions?
No, sir.
Captain Woodman, as Cowan's assisting officer, have you got any questions to put to Private Davis?
Normally, the assisting officer represents the accused. He is not legally trained, but he is sufficiently knowledgeable to provide guidance and assistance to the accused with respect to the procedural and substantive aspects of the summary trial. This is done so that the accused can make informed decisions on all issues that affect him. The assisting officer is permitted to assist the accused to the extent requested, although in some cases the accused may feel competent to handle his own defense.
And then he loaded the live round, sir, and Private Davis tried to stop him, and then it went off, sir.
You saw Cowan load the round into his rifle.
Yes, sir.
Was Master Corporal Griffin present?
No, sir, he'd gone into the range house, sir.
Cowan, have you any questions to ask of this witness?
Yes, sir. How do you know Davis wasn't trying to fire the rifle?
I heard her tell you to stop fooling around, and it looked like she was trying to stop you.
At this stage of the trial, the commanding officer asks the accused if he wishes to call any witnesses or give evidence on his own behalf. Private Cowan chose not to call any witnesses, but expressed a desire to be heard. He was sworn in prior to giving his testimony.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen, sir. I just took the round for something to have.
Mr. Northrop?
Escort accused and witnesses. Attention!
I'm satisfied, Private Cowan, that you made a false declaration at the Granville Range, and that you intentionally loaded a live round into a rifle away from the firing line. Accordingly, I find you guilty. Could I have Private Cowan's conduct sheet, please? I note that your conduct sheet is blank. Captain Woodman, as Cowan's assisting officer, have you got anything to say on his behalf?
Sir, Cowan is a good recruit. He's smart and he learns fast. In my view, sir, he has the potential to complete his training successfully and become a good serviceman.
I'll accept that, but being smart also means knowing why we have such stringent regulations regarding range safety. Private Cowan, I sentence you to a fine of $150 and to confinement to barracks for 21 days. Mr. Northrop, march them out.
Sir, left, turn! Left wheel, quick, march! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Mr. Northrop, would you bring in Master Corporal Griffin, please?
Sir, escort and accused. Attention! Quick, march! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Mark, time. Left, right, stop! Left, turn. The accused, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Northrop. Master Corporal Griffin, in view of the seriousness of the charge...
When Master Corporal Griffin was marched in front of the commanding officer, the charge sheet was read, but based on the seriousness of the charges and what the commanding officer already knew of the circumstances, he advised Master Corporal Griffin that if he were to be found guilty, the appropriate punishment could involve detention, loss of his rank, or a fine in excess of $200. Accordingly, the commanding officer advised Master Corporal Griffin that he had the right to choose whether he wanted to be tried by summary trial or by court-martial, and that he had 24 hours to make the decision.
Therefore, I remand this case for 24 hours for you to consider which choice you wish to elect. I suggest you discuss the matter closely with your assisting officer. Mr. Northrop?
Sir, escort and accused. Left, turn!
Because Master Corporal Griffin was offered the right to be tried by court-martial, his assisting officer had the duty of explaining to him the differences between a summary trial and a court-martial with respect to the procedures to be followed and the powers of punishment available. Captain Woodman explained to Master Corporal Griffin that a court-martial has greater powers of punishment than an officer conducting a summary trial. That as an accused, Master Corporal Griffin would have the right to be represented by legal counsel at a court-martial, but not at a summary trial. However, should the Master Corporal choose to have a summary trial, Captain Woodman would assist him in preparing his case and presenting it. Also, the military rules of evidence are applied only at a court-martial, and an offender may appeal the legality of the finding or sentence of a court-martial to the court-martial appeal court.
Have you decided yet, Master Corporal Griffin?
Not really. What do you think, sir?
It's your decision, but remember what the CO said. If found guilty, your sentence could involve detention, loss of rank, or a fine in excess of $200.
That's being pretty hard on me, isn't it, sir?
That's because you're an NCO, and you're expected to set an example for the men.
Right tomorrow.
I've thought it over, sir, and I've decided I probably wouldn't know the right questions to ask at a summary trial. I think I'll need a legal officer, sir. Therefore, I've decided to take a court-martial.
All right, Master Corporal Griffin. You'll be marched in front of the CO, and you can tell him officially.
Sir?
These, then, are the procedures for summary trials before a delegated officer and commanding officer. Summary trials have only one purpose. That purpose is to administer military justice fairly and so maintain good discipline.